All right, everybody, welcome back to part 2. This is the Adventures Called Life. I'm Joe. Saddle up, let's go for a ride. We're starting here today. Beautiful Island Home Park on just an absolutely beautiful day here in Knoxville, Tennessee. You can look at this, see the sky, straight blue, not a cloud in it. This is seriously one that was like not a cloud in sight. Yeah, that's today. And it's kind of cold today, starting out, but I don't know, you can just tell like, whew, woman, come out of the bushes on me, scare me half death. That's a little bit of that PTSD, but you can really tell that like spring is in the air, you know. That's really what this is. This is a I don't know, what would you call that? A spring chill, maybe, you know? Where you're like, the sun feels different. It don't feel the same. You know, the sun has warmth to it. Where like in the winter, you're like, where's the sun? I haven't seen it in like months. But there actually is, you know, warmth to the sun. It's still cold, you know, but the animals are starting to reemerge. The birds are coming back. The squirrels are coming out. Look, there's a big old squirrel's nest in one of them trees. You know, really look, there's a squirrel nest and bird nest everywhere. But yeah, it's like the wilderness is coming alive again. Everything's been huddled down and braced for winter, and everything's starting to come back to life, which I'm very thankful to see. You know, I got that, what do they call that, seasonal depression stuff, you know, where like every winter you're like, oh man, this sucks. I can't wait till it's not winter anymore. That's me for sure. I hate winter. I actually considered moving to South Florida where they're like, you know, is no winter, just for that reason. But currently you know, I got my parents up here, and my wife has her parents up here, so you know, I'm kind of stuck in Knoxville for a time. Well, maybe not stuck in Knoxville, but Tennessee or this general area, you know, 800, 900 miles is kind of far to move. I mean, I could afford to move financially. It's just that, you know, you can, my mother and father and my mother and father-in-law would absolutely not, you know, just uproot and move, you know. And I mean, family's one of the most important things you have. You know, like you always heard, nothing's worth anything if you're doing it alone, you know. Which I'm sure to each his own. You know, some people is like, yeah, I wouldn't give a crap, I'm out. And that's fine. That's fine. That's you. You know, that's the way some people are. But my wife is not one of them people. She absolutely would not go for that. Like I could do it. I could move, you know. Be like, hey, there's a spare bedroom here for y'all. If you want to come down, you know, and just come make a visit. But the wife, on the other hand, she is not going for none of that. Until her parents are gone, she is not going to move. Or they're, you know, told they decide to come live with us, either way. Ain't that something? It's like when you're young, you live with your parents, and a lot of times when your parents get older, they come and they live with you. You know, that's your that's one difference between us and a lot of the Eastern cultures, like you know, the Japanese, you know, and even the Chinese. To a large degree, they put an extreme emphasis on taking care of their parents, you know. That is a huge deal to them. You know, like they expect, and you know, rightfully so, that when they get older, their children's going to help them. You know, and that's fine. That's perfectly all right, and that's, you know, probably the way it should be. You know, everybody, your parents done their job, you know, when they raised you. You know, when they get older, it's time for us to take care of them. That's just fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. But I tell you what, guys, look at this. I don't know if the GoPro will capture this hill correctly. This hill is like that. I mean, this is a big hill. This hill is not small. Like, this is a hill to where if you were having to paddle this with no assistance, if you were the slightest bit out of shape, you're getting off and walking that mug up the hill. Like, especially this thing. I mean, this bicycle itself weighs like 80 or 90 pounds. This Adventure 2, it is a heavy bicycle. But with the way that, you know, it's got these motors and stuff in it, it's effortless almost. If you want it to be, it can be effortless, the pedaling. It's like I was saying before one day, it's almost like a Peloton bike, to where you take and you adjust how hard you want it to be for you to pedal. That's kind of what this Aventon e-bike is. You know, you can put as much in it as you're wanting to put in it. It can be what you're needing it to be to reach your exercise goals or fitness goals, you know, because you can turn it all the way off. You can turn it all the way off. You can turn it to where, you know, you're just paddling a 90-pound bicycle if you want to. And good luck to you on that. But I mean, if you're a fitness guru, you might be able to do it. But if you're like me and you're like 220 pounds, like I was 230 actually before I started riding these. Now I'm down to 220. So I mean, it's working. So if you're like me, like 220 pounds, you know, you need a little pull up the hill. I need somebody behind me pushing me. That's the way I feel like. More than me pulling weights, I need somebody pulling me. You know, but that's the name of the game. That's why we're out here. You know, get healthy, get in shape. You know, look, I intend, you know, half of my, or part of my goal out here is to get healthy, lose weight, get into shape. And I invite you to do it with me. You know, come with me on this journey. Let's lose some weight together. Let's get in shape together. You know, let's see if we can increase our fitness together. You know, it's good for me, good for you. Let's get out here and do it, guys, gals. Alrighty, so we are here at Iams Nature Center, and that means that's the end for part 2. Stick around for part 3. Keep pedaling. Be safe. See you on the next one.